Hey, what's up, Dion? My name is Steven. Carol said to go ahead and shoot this video over to you. In this video, I'm going to be going over three things that you can start doing today that will actually start putting you ahead of your competition when people are searching plumbers and plumbing services in the Charlotte area. Now, if you can see by the end of this video that I do have the technical know-how to get this done, you can reach back out and we can chat. Or if you just want to take this information and implement it yourself, that's fine too. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this. The three things I'll be going over are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is pretty much everything on your website, but we're primarily focused on your homepage right now. Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on the home pages of these service-based industries, such as plumbing, as yours. This gives you plenty of opportunities to add in all the buyer intent keywords and keyword phrases that people are searching for when they're searching for your service. So the first thing I did is I pulled up the number one competitor here, Julian's Plumbing, right? Not a like real striking website, but man, they know how to do it because they are number one. So I threw them into a tool here that I subscribe to called Ahrefs. Now this tool pretty much gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank websites. So right now their website is being found for 59 keywords and it was clicked on 1.2 thousand times in the past 30 days. Now, let's go ahead and I went ahead and put your website in the same tool and you're currently being found for 16 keywords and your site was clicked on 43 times in the past 30 days. Okay, so let's go back to our competitor and we can actually click on this 59 and this will bring up all 59 keywords that they are currently being found for. And they have got all the ones that count, right? This plumber Charlotte NC, that one alone got 720 searches the past 30 days, and their site got clicked on 179 times because of just that one. And if you go down the list, you can add all these, and it's just thousands of searches, right? So let's go back to yours and let's click on your keywords. And these are your 16 keywords that you're being found for. So you got the big one, plumber Charlotte NC. That is a big one, and you got clicked on once for that. And the reason for that is because of your position number. You're at number 23, which actually puts you on the third page, right? You getting the most of your clicks from Charlotte Plumbing Masters, which is actually your brand anyway. It's people that already know you, right? So we want to get people clicking on you and finding you without already knowing you, of course. So I would recommend, let's go back here, you getting all these terms onto your website, right? And that's where that 1,500 words really comes into play because it gives you all that opportunity to fit it in there so it's natural looking, right? But once you do that, Google's able to find you, right, for all these words. Now, next, that's content. Next, I would like to go over citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like plumber, Charlotte, NC, studies have shown that right around 45% of those people are going to be clicking on one of these three businesses here. This section is called the Map Pack, and this is your Google Business Profile. Now, most people believe the driving factor here are reviews, but that is not the case. It is a factor, and there are several factors, but the driving factor by far besides proximity is citations. Now, a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. Some examples of these, excuse me, are like Yelp, the Better Business Bureau, Nextdoor, Angie, Thumbtack. Right? There's quite a few of them, and it used to be that the more citations you had, the better, right? And it kind of is still, but not so much. But whoever had like the most citations would usually end up nested in here for the long haul. But now Google doesn't really look up at the number so much as they do about the source of those citations. So first things first, what they look at are we call them we call them three major data aggregators, and just take note of this. It's Data Axle, Newstar, and Foursquare. And what these aggregators do once you're into them and verified is they take all your data and they push it out to like hundreds of other apps and navigation systems and citations automatically, right? And it's just a really good way to do it. And AI actually uses these things along with um, we call them core consumer citations. So you can actually Google core consumer citations or core consumer directories, and it'll give you a list of like the top 50 directories that are pretty much essential for you to rank. And AI will look at this and look at your data consistency and make sure your name, address, and phone number, your business is consistent against and all these platforms. That's what builds trust with them, and they'll recommend you as well because AI is huge these days for this. So it's Google and AI. Now, underneath the map pack is Google's organic search results listing. The number one spot here, it captures right around 40% of all the clicks. So this is 45 split between these three businesses. This is 40 all by itself. And this should be Julian's Plumbing. I've been in here clicking around and it's kind of messed up the order. So just be aware of that. But the number one driver here is backlinks. Now, backlinks, it's essentially when you have other websites out there that have a link on their page somewhere on their website that when clicked, that leads back to your website. And Google, they treat these backlinks kind of like an online referral system. And the more relevant that website is to your industry and the more trust that website has built with Google, the better, right? So for example, say you have a local blog page or a popular industry site that's linking back to you, it's those types of backlinks that's going to help push you up in Google's rankings. However, since you guys are a plumbing company, say like Pizza Hut is linking back to you. Now, Pizza Hut is very popular, gets a lot of traffic, has a lot of trust with Google, but it's not going to do you guys any good in ranking because you guys don't have anything to do with pizza or sell pizza, So, next, I'd like to revisit our number one competitor here in this same tool. And I want to pay attention to this middle section here called the backlink profile. Now, to be clear, it's through your content, primarily your keywords, that Google is able to find you. Now that they found you, that to determine where they're going to place you on the list, it all has to do with your backlinks. Now, Julian's Plumbing currently has 274 backlinks coming from a total of 69 other websites. They call them referring domains here. You have 766 backlinks coming from 297 other websites. So if this was a contest in numbers, you have them beat, right? But it's not really about the numbers. It's about the quality and the relevance and the trust that the websites have that are pushing these backlinks. So we want to look at these, right? Not yours. We know that our competitor is up top because they're being pushed up through the power of these websites. So we can click on that 69, and that's gonna populate all 69 of those websites that they're currently getting backlinks from. They're gonna populate right here. And what you could do is actually go down this list and get backlinks from every single one of these. And if you did that, and this is all assuming at this point your content and your keywords are right, and they're on point. If you did this as well, this would actually put you in contention for that number one spot. Now, what would put you over the top is if you did that same thing with like the top 3 to 5 websites. It would take some time for Google to index all that, but you would end up taking over the top spot and getting all that traffic, all 1.2 thousand clicks of it. Now, just to recap, first thing is going to be content. You want at least 1,500 words on your front page with the right keywords and the right amount of a lot of those keywords. Second is going to be citations. First, you want to be in those 3 major data aggregators, Dataaxle, Neustar, and Foursquare. And then you want to go ahead and look up what those core consumer directories are and go ahead and manually get registered in those as well. And that'll put you into play for that top 3 there. Now, and lastly, are backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your site to show Charlotte and the surrounding areas that you guys are the authority when it comes to plumbing companies, in and around the Charlotte area. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, you can take this information and implement it yourself, or if you want to book a discovery call with me, my name's Steven. I live right here in North Carolina. you can respond back to this email, or you can give me a call at 910-551-2006. Other than that, I appreciate your time, Deanne, and I thank Carol for allowing me to send this to you. Yeah, just let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.